Hi, welcome to week 5 of our online course on design and layout. We're going to talk a little bit in week 5 about using some dynamic content. So what I want to use this video time for is to kind of describe the expectations for week 5. We will have 2 discussion questions as we have always in every week, but we do have a little bit of a different assignment. I wanted to talk about that a little bit today. So in our last couple of weeks, we've talked about incorporating activities and a little bit on what to include in your online course. And this week, we're going to focus on dynamic content. And what I mean by dynamic content is things that increase the interactivity between the teacher and the student. So we're going to talk a little bit about creating some videos, creating some environments where you can do some live video chats, doing some screencast, and then also possibly incorporating some audio as well. So let's talk a little bit about what I expect as far as resources and your activity for week 5. I don't have any articles for you guys to read in week 5, except the one that comes with discussion post B. But what I'd like you to do is just kind of play around with some of the tools that you're going to be able to incorporate if you want to make some of these dynamic content features. Now, the good thing is all of the different applications I'm going to show you this week are all free. Now, you might need a webcam if you're going to do some of the video stuff, but all of the resources as far as software and programs are completely free. So you don't have to run out and buy any fancy software or spend a lot of money. A lot of these things are just out there for you to use, and I want you guys to kind of play with them a little bit this week. Now, your activity for this week is to do one of the 4 options that I've given you as far as either participating in some live web video chats, creating some audio, or creating a screencast. So I'd like to spend a couple minutes just kind of talking about each of those projects. They are outlined on the resources. I've got a page where it all describes each one of the activities. And then also if you go to your syllabus, it's also in your syllabus as well. So option number 1 is going to be audio. So if you wanted to create some kind of audio file for your students to listen to that goes along with the course, the software that I would recommend is something called Audacity. Audacity is a free program that you can download, and it allows you to edit digital audio. So if you have a microphone attached to your computer, if you have a MP3 recorder, and then you go ahead and plug that into your computer, this allows you to edit the audio. Now, sometimes you don't have to edit audio. You just record it, save it, and it's good to go. But sometimes when you have like a project, or you maybe want to kind of polish things up a little bit, maybe put a sound file behind you speaking, Audacity is a great tool to use for that. It is not platform specific, so you can download it to either a Macintosh or a PC. It runs on anything, and I use it in my classroom with my students because I know we can put it on our lab computers for free, and then they can put it on their computers at home for free. So if you choose option 1, you're going to be creating an audio file of at least 1 minute, and basically you talking about online education, and you're going to save it and then either send me the audio file, or you're going to give me a link to where I can find it online if you happen to post it online somewhere. Now, this one you're going to have to kind of dig in a little bit and kind of find out how Audacity works. The main focus for this week is for you guys to really kind of practice using these tools. So Audacity is not particularly tough to use. A lot of people catch on pretty quickly to it. I do have a link for a tutorial that goes along with Audacity. So once you download it, you can kind of play around with the tutorial. You don't have to do anything fancy for this project if you choose option 1. Just a 1-minute audio recording. In fact, some people might want to record to a cell phone or to some other device. The key part is you do need to get the audio file to me. So just like if you were incorporating it into a classroom, you would need to take that audio file and somehow post it online. So that is your first option, an audio file, and you can edit it using a program called Audacity. All right, the second option is Google Plus Hangouts. You do need a Google Plus account if you'd like to do this one, and it is free, but you'll need to sign up for a Google Plus account, and you also need a webcam of some kind. Now, you may have a webcam on your laptop already. If you look on the top part of your screen, if you have anything that looks like a little lens there, you probably have a webcam built into your laptop. You can also go out and buy a webcam. They are as cheap as maybe $10, $15 at Walmart or Best Buy. You're not going to get a great quality one for that, but definitely something that will work as far as just setting up a simple video chat. So if you want to do option 2, the nice thing about a Google Hangout is it's a live video conference with multiple people attending at the same time. So for example, imagine kind of like a Brady Bunch screen where you've got a whole bunch of different people on the screen at the same time, and you can hear and then interact and see those people at the same time. So a Google Plus Hangout has 2 people all the way up to, I believe they now can accommodate 10. It used to be 5, but I think it's 10 now. So imagine you have 10 different students in your online class, and if you're all on at the same time, you can see each other, ask questions, you could have a debate, you could have discussion. So I know in your last week's discussion, several people said that their favorite face-to-face activity was some kind of debate or discussion in a class. And some people wondered how that might be possible in an online environment. A Google Hangout would be one option as far as creating kind of a space online where everybody could go at a predetermined time and then kind of just talk and bounce ideas off each other and stuff like that. Now, if you choose option 2, because it is a Google Hangout, we have to have some type of established time that everybody would show up. So right below this link, this video link on your resources for week 5, I do have basically a sign-up sheet online. So I need to know when you guys would be available if you'd like to do a video hangout as far as a Google Hangout. So I've provided some times available on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday of this week. And I've provided a time available on each of those days at 5 o'clock and then also at 9 o'clock. So the Google Hangout will last about a half an hour. And you just have to let me know which time works for you if you want to do this. And it is possible maybe you want to do an audio project, but you would also like to do the video Google Hangout. That's fine. Basically what I need to know from you on that online sheet is just tell me when you would like to have the Google Hangout. If it's just 2 of us, that's fine. If it's 10 of us, that works as well. So that's option 2. Have to have a Google Plus account, have to have a webcam of some kind, and then make sure you fill out the form so I know when you guys want to do it. I will send you a link. Once you're signed up, basically I send you a link saying, hey, Eric is inviting you to Google Hangout, click here, and then once you click on that and your webcam is set up, you'll show up in the virtual room. All right, so that's option 2. Option 3 is a little bit different. Option 3 is a video Skype, and it is possible to do video Skype with multiple people, but the option here for video Skype would be if you don't want to do a Google Hangout, but you would like to do kind of like a one-on-one discussion with the instructor. So if you'd like to do this, again on that Google form that I've given you guys, the sign-up sheet, you can tell me at what time you would like to sign up. I've got times available on Monday and Tuesday morning, and then also Monday and Tuesday afternoon. So I've got quite a few times available. This will take about 15 minutes or so. It's just kind of a chance to see if we can get the software to work, and then also a chance for me to kind of talk to you about the course and see how you think the course is going so far. So on this one, you would need a Skype account, which is free, but you'd also need a webcam. So a little bit different than the Google Plus one. You need a Skype account for this and then a webcam, and tell me what time you'd be available, and basically we'll have a one-on-one chat about how the class is going. So that's option 3. Now the last option, option 4, is a screencast. And what a screencast is a video recording, but instead of having you on the camera, it shows what is ever on your computer screen. So this would be a helpful tool if you're trying to show a student how to do something on the computer, if you're trying to walk them through a PowerPoint, for example. I created a screencast for you guys that's available this week that describes the final week's project, your demo course. So I did a screencast for that, so you'll get to see an example of that. So think of maybe anything that you would want to walk a student through or show a student. It captures anything that is on your screen. It does not capture your face as far as like your image, but it does pick up your voice. And so I've used this before also when I've been gone and I want to have my substitute show video that kind of describes the presentation or the notes that I wanted the teacher to or the sub-teacher to go over. And so I would do my voice along with talking about the PowerPoint, for example, and it captures that as a video, and then I save it to a DVD, and then I give it to the substitute. So for this particular assignment, you're going to use a piece of software called Screen-O-Matic, and or Screencast-O-Matic, I'm sorry, Screencast-O-Matic. And on this particular piece of software, it is also free. There is a way to upgrade for like $12 a year. It allows you to videotape for more than 15 minutes at a time and stuff like that. But you can sign up free and you can do 15 minutes or shorter videos. And for this one, you do not need a webcam. All you need to do is create an account. You don't have to download anything. It's an on-site application, on the web application. So you just log in and you just kind of follow the tutorial there. And for this one, I want you to capture at least 1 minute of video describing a website like you would to a student. So imagine any kind of website that you would kind of like to walk a student through for your online course, and go ahead and record that. And then there is an option on Screencast-O-Matic to upload it to YouTube, or you can just save it as a file, and then you can go ahead, oops, second. Sorry about that. I'm in my classroom at school and we have these automatic lights, so if there's no motion activity, the lights go off, and so I guess I was sitting at my desk too long and every once in a while the lights go off, so sorry about that. But what I was describing with the Screencast-O-Matic is you can put it up to YouTube, and if you do that you can just send me the link to your YouTube video, or you could also save it as a video on your computer, and then you can send it to me as an attachment on an email. Again, if you're going to do that, make it kind of short, make it about a minute or two, because if you get too long of a video, it's going to be too hard to send as an attachment. So those are your 4 options. Once you decide which option you'd like to do this week, again, please go to the link right below this one on the resources for week 5, and it'll say sign up. You're going to fill out a Google form, and from that, I'll be able to kind of schedule, if you want to do a video Skype, if you want to do a Google Plus Hangout, I'll know exactly when you guys are available. Now, the other 2 things for week 5, again, are the 2 discussions. The first discussion, discussion 5A, is going to be just kind of talk a little bit about your experiences creating this activity. If you did an audio, if you did a video, did you like it? Did you think it was difficult? Did you think it was easy? Just kind of tell us in a kind of a decent sized paragraph if you thought it would be helpful, if it's something that you think you would use. And again, maybe this is something you'll use in a traditional classroom as well. These tools are things that I use in my classroom quite a bit in a face-to-face environment as well. So tell us a little bit about your experience in discussion 5A. In 5B, I want you to read an article about a topic that's very hot right now in education. It's called the flipped classroom. If you've heard anything about the Khan Academy, basically the flipped classroom describes how a teacher can use their time in class a little bit differently. To kind of give you a quick summary, it's not quite as simple as this, but imagine a traditional classroom where you have the teacher giving instruction in the classroom, and then you give your students homework when they go home and they do homework, and then the next day they come back and either like turn in their homework, or the teacher goes on and continues to talk about a different topic. In a flipped classroom, those 2 different activities are completely flipped. So for example, if a teacher was going to give notes, they might do that on a video, kind of similar to what I'm doing right here. They might make a recording of some kind, and then that's the part that the students do at home. So they watch the video or they listen to the audio at home, and then when they're in the classroom with the teacher, that's when they might do an activity or a project based off of that reading. So instead of having a student go home and try and either do an activity or do some kind of homework after hearing the lecture, potentially if they have a question, the best time to be able to have that question is when the teacher is able to help them. So the Khan Academy is something that was created several years ago by an individual that began to create math video clips describing different math applications, and he started to put them online for free. It's been endorsed by Bill Gates and a lot of famous people in education. So some teachers are kind of adopting that flipped classroom model, but there's also been some people realize that it's not as simple as say, hey, go home and watch this video tonight and then come back and do some kind of activity the next day. So the link that I have for you on discussion 5B is to read a discussion, or I'm sorry, read an article about how people have been using the flipped classroom, and then go ahead and give me some of your reactions to that. So you do have to read the article to be able to really participate in this discussion. So please go ahead and read that article. There are some links in the article, so if you want to go to the Khan Academy and check out and see exactly what the videos look like and stuff, I'd encourage you to do that as well. But please read the article. It's really about your only reading material for this entire week. So I do want you to read it and then comment on it. So a lot there. Week 5 is a little bit different, a little bit of activities, some scheduling and things like that. But if you have any questions, as always, you can ask me, email me, let me know what's going on, and we can definitely work it out. We do have the same deadlines, though, as far as Wednesday. We want you to have the activity done by the end of Wednesday so that we can spend the rest of the week kind of commenting on it and discussing it in the discussion forums. All right. Well, that's it for week 5. Let me know if you have any questions. Have fun with this week, experiment, get in and use these tools a little bit, and then let's talk about them on the discussion board. Thanks. Bye.